All right, aviation enthusiasts and Stensonites all over the world. Today's project is to install a oil louver in front of the oil cooler. The oil cooler that I installed is an aluminum unit. It's extremely efficient. It does a really good job except for when it's cold and you need to be able to get your oil temperatures up so you don't do any damage or less damage to the engine. So currently what I have is the oil cooler has got all this tape on it, and that's great as long as the temperatures stay consistent. So if you're traveling from a colder region to someplace that's hotter, or the engine needs more cooling while you're in flight, that's where this comes in handy, because you can operate this in hot or cold conditions. So we're going to start by taking off the cowling, and we'll show you this installation. And here's the view of the oil cooler with the tape on it. So the oil cooler goes from here down to here, and you can see I've only got two vanes that are open. So that's how much I've had to block off flying up here in the wintertime up in the Puget Sound area. And that's not going to be good if I go if it's super cold over here and I fly over to eastern Washington. It's 100 degrees. I'll probably start over temping the motor. Most of the access is what we need right now to do what we're going to do, or if you need to come in and work on a cylinder or work on something else that the cowling is in the way for. So, but that's popping off the cowling, and the next part we're going to do is we're going to start fitting up our little louver here that's going to go in front of the oil cooler. And you can see how big this oil cooler is. That's it. The originals were steel, and they just really weren't that efficient. So we're going to work out a way of putting some bracketry over the top of this thing, and then we're going to hook up a cable off to the side here, and that's going to be able to articulate and keep the regulate the temperature from the cabin as we see fit. If the oil temperatures are going up or down, we can open and close this louver to help make the oil temperature at an optimum range. I think I've got a plan for how I'm going to mount the louver assembly onto the oil cooler. So here's the brand new oil cooler, all aluminum, highly efficient. I'd say a little bit too efficient. So taking all the aluminum tape off the front, I was thinking about mounting it up here. There's a lot of clearance issues with the way the cowling, the baffling, everything sit up on top here, and the way the cable is going to be run on the inside. So I've opted to actually find a place back here behind it to block off any air exiting the oil cooler. So air comes in this side, hits the hot oil, the air transfers the heat, heated air leaves the back of the oil cooler. How a heat exchanger works. So it's like a oil radiator. My idea for routing is just to come up through the firewall here with my new cable, come down, this will butterfly clamp onto the motor mount, and then this cable will come up and attached to the lever arm for the louver. So I'll have to figure out how to attach this, either pull a standoff off of here somewhere, but I'll have to figure that out once all the cowling's back in place. Inside the cabin runs out from underneath the firewall here, and then I'll make a bracket that mounts underneath here, and then I'll label it for oil temp. And one of the reasons why I wanted to route the cable underneath and looping up is when this cable is fully extended, it's going to push that louver up and it's going to open up those holes. So on takeoff, when there's high power settings, you want pretty much everything on the firewall. And at those higher power settings, I want to be able to cool the air. I want as much cooling everywhere. That's why we put the mixtures far forward as we possibly practical, depending on if you're at altitude, obviously you're going to go for best power. But everything goes to the firewall, so full cold on the oil cooler will be on the panel, and then if I get to altitude and I see the oil temperatures aren't high enough, pull the cable out and slowly monitor those oil temperatures and make sure that they stay where they're supposed to be at. So that's the plan there. So right now I've got my assembly with some RTV, silicone RTV, because I don't want anything that's going to touch that oil cooler to be metal. So this will be a nice vibration dampener and won't cut any holes in your oil cooler, because loss of oil pressure is not a good thing. So I actually experienced that once and it's not pleasant. This is the little filler piece because this louver isn't big enough to fit all the way across the entire oil cooler. So I'm going to block off this permanently, just because I know that of how much I had to tape, there's very little. I really want to block all the air coming off this thing when the air temperatures are super cold. So as evident by the amount of speed tape, you see these memes about mechanics taping up cowling and stuff like that. That's what they're using. This is actually rated for a couple 100 miles an hour, and this is what was covering up the oil cooler. So I had at least that much covered, and then little tiny strips I was kind of playing around with. So on a winter day up here in the Puget Sound area, that was just enough to keep me in the bottom of the green range. We're going to come back after all that stuff is cured and do the final assembly and show you how that all works. Later. Alright, so just finished up the installation on the oil cooler modification with the louver assembly, and we'll show you what that looks like. I didn't spend a whole lot of time or emphasis on trying to film the actual installation of it, because it's just too difficult to put a camera in there and capture all of this stuff. But we'll show you what it looks like at the end here. So coming into the cowling, down here you can see the louver assembly. It's held on with some V-bands. When I operate this cable, it's full open and full closed. And so what I did was I mounted the cable off of a bracket right here on the oil cooler, and that cable is directly connected to underneath the panel. So this is the cable that runs all the way through the engine compartment. Butterfly is right here at the motor mount. Goes up and into the firewall. And a generous amount of red silicone all the way around. That's the full cold or completely open position, and when I pull it back out, that closes the louver and restricts the airflow going through the oil cooler to help increase the temperature of the oil. Additionally, in the front, looking through the inlet, you can see the silicone tape and the V-bands that are holding the louver, blocking the air that's exiting the oil cooler. So I think this gives it a better look and will perform just as well. The reason why I decided to put it behind the oil cooler is just the routing of the cable and the interference with the cowling and all the seals and what have you here. So next is take her for a flight and see how it performs. So stick around.